the most dirty hands you've ever seen in this show, just to tell you.
This is the hand of a true artist. Hello guys, welcome to our English talk show again. Today it's with real privilege that we have invited a very talented speed painting artist from Switzerland called Corinne Sutter. Right, to be on our show. Hi, Miss Corinne Sutter, welcome to China, welcome to our show.
Thank you very much for having me, and let's start the interview.
Is it the first time here in China?
No, it's the third time, and it's very interesting because every time I have contact with the Swiss embassy, like tonight. The first time my passport was stolen,
Oh, really?
so yeah, during my show, very unfair, but very fun because they made me stay. I couldn't go home, it was the Chinese holiday.
They wanted you to stay.
I had to
your passport.
that was Swiss friends told me they didn't want you to leave, so they stole your passport, so they made me
Try another way, don't do this again.
It was fun, so I came here, and the woman, just I met her yesterday, she gave me the emergency passport. She still knew me because of my hat.
Because of talent, your work.
Thanks, or maybe because of that.
Yes, definitely. You know, before I met you, your name preceded you. We watched one of your video of you that attending a talent contest.
Yes.
That was very popular in China.
Okay.
Yeah. You know the video I was talking about?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think I was in it, so I probably can remember. No, it's
all the judges got a very wrong judgment on you before you finish the work. In the end, after you show them your finished work, you totally blew them away, which made them feel so ready.
Yeah, it blew everybody away. You know, I wanted to actually change the positions. You did test you, and I wanted to change it, and I wanted to actually test the judges if they were even able to judge. So what I wanted to do was like test their patience and test their ability to not getting always into that superficial thing. I mean, usually the judges are just looking, is she nice? You know, how are you behaving? Are you cool? And I don't want to go into that, you know. I don't want to pretend to be cool. I just want to be me. And if this is cool for somebody, nice. But I don't want to pretend to be something that I'm not. So I went to that show, and what I wanted was stay myself. Even though if there's a camera, I don't want to start acting, you know, like I'm because I was not so confident. It was my first show ever. So you don't go to stage usually like it's the first time. You go more like a bit shy, very nervous, and very unsure of yourself. And you don't go like there, hey, I'm gonna show you everybody. And this is what I'm criticizing a bit, like people pretend to be so cool nowadays.
Yeah,
and I mean,
right.
you have to work on yourself until you get cool or whatever, you know, until you are not getting nervous anymore. That was in the time of my life I was very nervous, and actually, to be honest, I'm still very nervous. In front of every show, yes.
I see. But you don't need to be nervous anymore because you're the true version of you really impressed the world.
Yeah. Whatever. It was very impressive. I mean, I expected people to laugh at me, you know, because I was crying, so I thought people will be across the country and just laugh like, sorry, it's a casting show and you're gonna scream, cry. I was very embarrassed about my feelings coming out, and my husband too. Actually, he said, no, if you go on with that show, if you're going to the semi-finals and finals, just make sure you're not gonna cry. You rather do a bad show, but don't cry. And I was like, so much pressure. But then they threw me out of the show anyway, so I was glad I didn't have to perform and I didn't have to take care of my feelings anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I really respect that. You have a really unique way of doing painting. It's called speed painting, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us how did this all start off?
It all started with exactly what I talked about. I mean, that was my first time, so they actually just called me on the phone, and it was a time of my life when I said I want to work less. So they came, and I was like, perfect. I was already too busy. I have 2 kids, and I wanted just to be with them and not always go from here to there, and always be involved in so many things. So, but then I said, actually, I work too much. Maybe I could start something new, which is like maybe a success or something that is fun for me, something that doesn't even feel like working. And I thought it can be a chance, like to start the speed painting I've never done. And I thought it's a very honest way to, you know, start something in a talent show, because they pretend to like look for new people. They pretend to cast somebody, but how do they always invite professionals? It's not a real casting show anymore. It's like a circus. So call it circus. And if you say it's a casting show, please take new talents. Not people who are professional for 10 years, dancers for 10 years and everything, you know. So many people are really professionals. I know many of them. And they don't do it for the first time. But it should be like a new talent, something you try and look. Because the other thing is not talent, the other thing is ability. And ability comes from time, comes from passion, and it comes from pressure is too pressure, but time, passion from your heart, and practice. Together with talent, and you need lots of talent, lots of practice, doing both of that lots of time, and never losing the passion. This is the rule. How you become good in something.
Very well said.
All these 4 things, and they're looking for the talent. So forget about the other things. So that's why I wanted to go with something new, never done
You are
before.
exactly the right person that fits this kind of talent show.
I told them I tried to be what they look for. I didn't say I am what you look for, but I tried to analyze what is a talent. So take away the 10 years, take away the lots of practice, do something new. And I think they didn't really analyze themselves. What is a talent? They didn't really think about the theory. They think about show. And they actually judge, like the present is judged by its outside, you know. And you don't care what is inside. And actually you shouldn't care about if it's nice and sparkling and whatever. You should just open the package and see what is inside.
Exactly. Usually the result at the end, it's the most important. And
Yes, wait until the end and then judge. It's like if you have a date, maybe the girl blows you away. But I mean, sorry, maybe it's a really bad person and she's just behind your media presence, you know? So sometimes the wrong people appear to be very great in the beginning. It's really often I go for the second people, which don't blow me away in the beginning, but then they kind of interest me already, but then I get to know them better. And usually the ones which blow me away in the beginning, I'm really afraid of those people. You know, they're like sometimes just trying to act and they're not real.
Jump into the hasty decisions, usually that's not right.
Yes, and they're hiding something because sometimes they are just talkers. All those people are just talking, and they never go beyond talking. And I don't believe in talking. You know, we're talking now, but this is the thing we do. But afterwards, we still do other things. And talking can be interesting to, you know, give other people other opinions or other aspects to think differently. But after you have to act. This is life.
Action speaks louder than words.
And
we're talking about your work actually. You've got so many interesting work, and the one behind us is one. You just finished, right?
Yes, I mean people made it. I was just a stupid clown the next thing. No, but I did the painting at home, and it's like a funny concept. You know, I didn't want to pretend I did it. So for me, it's important to be kind of real. So I said this kind of show it can be done by other people. So it's fun. You know, they splash paint. They splash for over 1 hour. It's so much fun.
That's the innovation you created.
Yes, it's innovative, but I mean other artists also did it. I don't want to, you know, steal things from others.
Okay.
Somebody came up with this great idea, but I still had to find a solution how to do it. So I won't tell everybody, but I prepared it, and now they could just splash, and that's so much fun. And it's what I do sometimes because there's some people, there's some paintings I say it doesn't make sense. I practice this painting. So if they want me to paint. To paint like a house. I said it's so complicated architecture. It's not fun to paint that on stage, and it's not fun to see me paint that. That's the aspect. I think of, is it interesting for people to see me paint a house for 2 hours? No. But I see if I prepare it, then you can do it very quickly and like, you know, surprise moment and everything. And of course I turned it several times, so you know, it always looks different.
Well, that takes a lot of talent and a lot of preparation practices. Usually you can tell
some chemistry. You do some really like some alchemist at home, like you do test. I do lots of. I have so many spare canvas at home. Whenever I cut a canvas, I keep the rest, and then I do so many tests together with my husband.
Usually, how many tests or how much time you spend before you're able to
how much money I spend into paint? No, but I spend more time into tests, and I spend way more time into practice of subjects, and I spend lots of time in going to crazy places and hope it's gonna work out. So this is also interesting maybe for people out there.
Definitely.
Don't always go the easy way in your life. I mean, you don't have to make it extra hard, but you always learn something from every situation. I go to so many places just hoping that's gonna happen. And of course, at a certain point in your life, you have to maybe correct a little bit. Like you don't waste yourself. You know, you don't waste yourself for the whole life. But you go to places where you think I hope for something, and usually you learn something out of. Even at least you learn. Okay, there was nothing, but you are glad when people are nice to you. You're glad when people maybe next time pay you a little bit or whatever. So it's even good for your soul, you know, to do try out. But you always learn. And I don't just go, you know, for the money. I don't just go for this is a great connection or for second thoughts. Sometimes I just go for like an experience, and you always get to know people, you know.
Exactly.
Which
yeah.
is very important.
Like
yeah.
a bonus of getting different people to
Yes.
help you get inspirations.
Inspiration, and sometimes even they have like whatever, they have like even totally new ideas of concepts, or they invite me to come to their thing, and I come up with it's always a challenge, can you do that? And like, oh, I cannot, but I will find a solution,
Oh, okay, that's good.
There's no problem, there's only good solution.
You always find a solution. Where there's a way,
Until
there's a
now,
way.
yeah.
Can you tell us maybe just one incident that like maybe the biggest challenge you ever met?
Artistically or private? Okay.
Artistically.
Artistically, I think so, because otherwise, I don't know if people want to know, but artistic challenge.
Yeah,
I don't want to be
very
boring, but actually the so far biggest was actually the TV thing. Because first time, because very stupid to go directly on stage.
Not stupid
with
at all.
a bit risky. It could have been such a bad thing. Imagine, I was waiting for the security guys to come already. I mean, I have a huge sense of imagination. I saw already how they would go.
Take you away.
Yeah, I was so afraid to like they say, old woman, go away. We don't want you here. Leave the stage, please. You are a huge mess. Just. As I was really afraid they will insult me and like push me from stage, but I was dedicated to finish it, and I would have pushed them away. I was willing to use violence.
Your violence.
Charming violence, but like I would protect my space. They made me come, and they will wait until I'm done.
You saw them?
But no, they didn't. That was
didn't
just
come.
in my mind. A bit
Yeah.
crazy person maybe, but I think many people are in intense emotional moments. You get very visionary, so you get lots of visions like, oh, what's gonna happen? I was really afraid. But there was other challenges artistically. For example, also technically, once I destroyed the whole stage, what I did, I used some splash elements, and then it was not covered enough. I hoped other people would cover it, but I had to hold, the whole work was on me, and I did really, it's a lot to prepare in front of for a visual. People just see really part of it, but it's really lot of work. And then you have to cover, you have to think of so many things. Do you have all material and stuff, and does the work, does the light work, does the music work, everything. So I also played the violin in that show, so I also had to do some sound check, and so I was like,
very talented. You could also.
I was more into music actually before.
Music performance with your speed painting.
I do sometimes after the show when I, for example, use glowing dark. It's very nice. You can put off the light. My painting is still shining for several hours because I use great Chinese pigments. The best come really from China, and but I think other countries are copying you now, same as you do also. But then I put off the light, and then I start playing the violin with another musician, and they don't expect me to play, so they expect somebody else to play, and then the light is going on again, and then say, it's her again. So I love these special things, but I don't say like I'm not Vanessa May or something. I was a bit a lazy violinist, so I knew I don't have a chance to violin, but I'm quite good in improvising. So I love to jump in with bands and play Irish or tango or jazzy music, or I actually love also like some rock
enjoy
style.
life. You want to enjoy whatever that is, right? And also you do your performance get impression. You like to impress, surprise the audience.
I love to, I think impress would be the wrong thing, but yes, I love to surprise them. I love to touch people, and I love to make people think actually, like change their point of view. Because I think all problems we have in this world, the world hunger, the wars, it's always a lack of ability that people think in other positions. Think of what is your enemy thinking right now. Is it really your enemy? Or is your enemy having, your so-called enemy, has maybe also feelings and also just different aspects he's looking at the truth. The truth is a round ball, and you have to walk around it and look at it from close, from far, and then you get the truth. But people always just look at the truth from one side, and they forget there is actually totally other side. And you have to think three-dimensional. And I love if people, start to, that's why I turn painting so often, and that's why I use invisible pigments and stuff, so they are surprised and like, in another light, it looks differently.
Yeah, really learned a lot from you.
Yeah.
As for you, I think you got a lot of fans there. How can they, watch your next performance? On any future plans you have?
any future plans. I have lots of dreams, and more I manage that my dreams come true. So I love to travel in other countries and get to know other cultures because it's very enriching for me. Maybe it's enriching for both parts. So also to the same aspect as I just told you, to get to know other thinking. But I cannot say 100% what is my next plans. There's so many shows coming up, and it's maybe not so interesting if I just tell you my schedule now.
Yeah.
But
I
maybe
forgot you
go.
like to surprise people.
Yes, and I work on so many different layers. Like I work on my project privately. Like I met Johnny Depp some days ago.
Oh really?
Yeah, you know him. And actually, I'm a fan of many people. So I'm not like Johnny Depp fan.
Johnny Depp is also
once you
into
meet
music.
him, you are just fan of him and the moment a lot. So I painted a painting of him and Alice Cooper and Joe Perry, who was in the Vampire Show too. So they did the concert, and I had the opportunity, like many more people, to meet them before. You had just to buy tickets, so I was not invited by them. I had to pay a ticket as everybody. But then I showed them my painting, and for me this is also very nice when somebody I admire looks at my painting, and then I could show him also some philosophy. The painting was. I combine usually the techniques with a philosophy. Also made him see something he maybe hadn't seen before. So it made him think and reflect. So that makes me very happy.
Get better understanding of himself.
Yes, it was about that. It was exactly about that, about the challenge of being famous. Because you are kind of as a self-protection, you have like a second person. So you split up a little bit your soul. I mean, many people do that in their normal lives already. Like you're a professional, you are a wife, you are a husband, you are maybe parents. You always have different roles. And a famous person has like a role for public people. And I think it's very important to protect yourself. But if the spotlight is always on that person here, it's actually not on you. And so you start to fade away. So I showed him the fading away process with invisible paint. So I love to. You can see the online. Maybe you can. I can send you the.
Yeah, please do. We'll let the audience
that will be interesting
see
for
that
them.
painting.
It's a special technique, and
Very
so
good.
I don't want to
We'd
be
love to
always just amazing and just wow. I want to connect the effects actually with something.
Painting,
Yes,
and
with
to
something.
help people think.
Yes.
Think about life, think about different angles, perspectives about the painting, about the people.
Yes, and not just be like superficially. Of course, glitter is nice, glitter is lovely, but it should be some deeper meaning behind. Otherwise, it's just flat. It's just if you try to please people with effects, and that's very superficial. So we are again at the same part that as we began this discussion. I don't like superficial because life is not fun if it's superficial. You don't have the most of the life if you try to keep it on the flat surface. So spend more time inside world than your colorful outside world, which is a message maybe to some women which take care so much about their outside, and they waste so much time. So put on your makeup 5 minutes every day, but don't think of how you look the rest of the day, because we are not made. That's the last message. Otherwise, I leave you alone afterwards. But very important, please, I want to tell that everybody. Just don't waste too much time into your looks, because we go back to nature. Nature was not meant, the nature of humans, we were not meant to look at ourselves, because all the mirrors we had, was just the water. And if you look too closely to the water, you will drown into the water, which happened to Nazismus. And we are not meant to look at it, at ourselves. We're meant to look at others. So we should not care how we look. It's not important. It's only how we look from inside out, and the rest. We spend so much money and time nowadays into the shitty outside. I mean, I'm too lazy to make my hair, so I put on a hat. There's solutions for everything. So we should take care of our souls and of our thinking. This is way more important. The body
is not that important.
Okay, we need the body to live. It's all right. We can eat healthy and sustainable food and all that. That's very important for the world. So.
Very good tips. Guys, keep that in mind. Okay, before we finish up, any other words you want to say to Chinese audience?
Thank you so much for watching that, and you find me if you want. My website is CorinneSutter.ch, and if you have any interesting project or whatever, I mean, this is a little bit commercial now, but I will come again because I love to interact with Chinese people. It's so interesting, and I get to know so many aspects of your interesting culture. And
you can invite Corinne to come. Don't steal her passport.
I will stay longer because I want to stay longer. Sadly, this night I will really. They told me I'm like Lady Gaga. They made fun of me, but I really go after the show. I have to package my stuff and go directly on the airport because tomorrow afternoon, that's a very crazy thing, but tomorrow afternoon I will do my next show in Switzerland. But it's a really interesting client, so I couldn't say no to that.
Yeah,
chance.
that shows how popular you are. You're needed everywhere. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you
We wish you all the
for
best.
the questions and for the time, and
A real pleasure.
keep in touch.